As we age, we face a gradual and often unnoticed transformation, one that's insidious in its quiet approach. It's not that aging is inherently a death sentence or that time is our enemy. No, the real danger lies in the way we allow ourselves to fade, in how we gradually stop fighting against the forces of neglect, complacency, and routine. Aging is not a given, but how we live as we age is entirely in our hands. The trap of old age is not inevitable. It is the result of unconscious decisions made over years that slowly eat away at the very vitality we once had. And if we are not careful, it can creep up on us, turning once strong, vibrant, and driven individuals into mere shadows of their former selves. But it doesn't have to be that way. The real trap isn't time. It's the absence of effort. It's the refusal to embrace challenge, growth, and the drive that kept us moving forward when we were younger. We all know people who once were ambitious, active, and full of energy, but who, over time, began to drift, slowing down as they stepped away from life's challenges. Perhaps they retired, thinking it was their time to rest, but that decision often marks the beginning of a quiet and painful process of decay. You see, the moment we stop pushing ourselves, we start dying. Slowly, almost imperceptibly. The hidden danger of retirement. The first sign that many people miss is the subtle transformation that happens when they retire from work, not just from their job, but from life itself. Retirement often seems like the reward for decades of hard work, a well-deserved rest. But what they fail to realize is that stepping away from work can sometimes mean stepping away from purpose, from responsibility, from challenges that once gave them meaning and direction. It's not just that you stop working. You stop being engaged with the world. You stop being a part of the rhythm of life. And slowly, the world moves on without you. Retirement for many becomes an excuse to stop contributing. It becomes an excuse to let go, to stop learning, to stop growing. And in that moment, something crucial is lost. You're no longer a part of the conversation. Younger generations rise up, and you start feeling like a ghost in your own existence. It's not that society has rejected you. It's that you've allowed yourself to be forgotten by stepping away from the fight. You've stopped engaging, stopped pushing, stopped being the person you once were. And that's when the decline starts. The problem isn't getting older. It's stopping. The moment you stop setting goals and pushing yourself, you start fading. The myth of inevitable decline. There's a pervasive belief that getting older means losing your strength, losing your sharpness, losing touch with the world. This belief is dangerous because it's not time that makes you weak. It's neglect. It's the slow surrender to the natural process of decay that happens when we stop fighting against it. The difference between people who remain sharp and vital in their 70s, 80s, and 90s and those who fade away is not luck. It's discipline. It's intention. The ones who remain powerful are the ones who refuse to submit to the inevitable decay of age. They don't stop learning. They don't stop challenging themselves. They don't stop engaging with life. These people remain relevant because they refuse to let themselves go. They understand that, like a lion in the wild, if you stop hunting, you start dying. The same is true for humans. You can't just step away and expect life to carry on without you. You can't retire from responsibility and expect to remain healthy, engaged, and purposeful. The power of challenge and responsibility. The most dangerous thing you can do as you get older is to stop challenging yourself. When you stop pushing your mind and body, that's when decline begins. It's like the lion in the wild. If it stops hunting, it dies. But for many people, retirement becomes an excuse to stop, to coast, to rest on their laurels. And that's when the health begins to decline. That's when the curiosity fades, the spirit weakens. Look at people who have built successful careers and families, and then stop. They think they've earned their rest, but rest doesn't mean checking out from life. It means taking time to recharge while continuing to live with purpose. Those who stop setting goals, who stop learning and growing, are the ones who begin to wither away. Without a direction, without purpose, life loses its meaning. Without challenges, we stagnate. When you stop growing, your body stops responding in the way it once did. You stop being engaged with the world. That's when the decay sets in, not because of age, but because of neglect. The moment you stop setting goals, stop challenging yourself, you stop truly living. That's the trap of old age, the decision to stop trying, the influence of environment. But there's something else that accelerates the decline, something more powerful than age itself. And that's the people you surround yourself with. The company you keep plays a monumental role in shaping who you are, especially as you get older. The people around you will either keep you sharp, or they will drag you into stagnation. And stagnation, my friend, is death in slow motion. If you're surrounded by people who have given up, who have stopped challenging themselves, you'll begin to mirror their attitudes and behaviors. You'll start to adopt their mindset, their excuses, their reasons for not trying anymore. It's inevitable. We absorb the energy of those around us, for better or worse. And if you're surrounded by people who have no ambition, no curiosity, no fire left in them, then you will become like them. If you want to remain sharp, you have to be around sharp people. If you want to stay valuable, you need to be around people who are always looking to grow. This doesn't mean you have to cut off everyone who is older or doesn't think the same way you do. But it does mean that you need to seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who keep you engaged with the world. Cutting ties with the past. Sometimes this means making hard decisions, cutting ties with people who no longer serve your future. It may mean stepping away from those who only bring negativity into your life. It could mean seeking out younger minds, fresh perspectives, and new conversations. As we age, our circle should expand to include those who bring new ideas, who challenge our thinking, and who remind us that life is still full of possibilities. The danger comes when we remain stuck in the same conversations, doing the same things, with the same people, day after day. That's when we start to shrink. That's when we start to fade. But if you refuse to let that happen, if you keep challenging yourself, keep growing, and keep surrounding yourself with the right people, you will continue to evolve. Age will not slow you down. It will simply give you more wisdom, more strength, and more experience. The true meaning of aging. But there's one final piece to the puzzle, something more important than staying active, than staying challenged, or than being around the right people. And that is having a sense of meaning. Without meaning, nothing else matters. You can be active, you can be engaged, but if you don't have a sense of purpose, none of it will matter. This is the mistake most people make when they think about aging. They think it's just about avoiding decline. But aging isn't just about avoiding decline, it's about becoming something greater. You've lived decades, you've seen things, you've learned lessons most people haven't. And that means you have something incredibly valuable to offer: wisdom, guidance, strength. But none of that matters if you don't offer it. So I ask you, What will you do? Will you let yourself fade into the background, letting the world move on without you? Or will you rise? Will you choose to remain sharp, to remain engaged, to remain a force to be reckoned with? Because I promise you, if you make that choice, if you refuse to go quietly into the night, if you insist on being a presence in this world until your very last breath, you will not just age, you will evolve. You will not just grow older, you will grow better. The choice is yours. The only question is, are you ready to make it?